Welcome back. We're sharing new details tonight in that fire that damaged an Omaha area home overnight. Happened just before 5 this morning near North 144th and Potter Parkway. That's between Ida and State Streets.
Bennington Fire Department tells us the fire started from an electrical fault in a corner of the garage, then spread into attic space over the garage.
Fire Chief Dan Mallory tells us they were very fortunate to catch the fire when they did. While the garage and vehicles inside were damaged, the main house was not. And even better, no one was hurt. The smoke alarms worked and the family was able to get out safely.